Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, happy Sunday to all. In our everyday lives, we are often involved in behaviors, and we see many behaviors that have been carried out in front of us. We might find it difficult to determine whether they are right or wrong. Sometimes we find difficulty to find the basis on which we can determine this behavior are good for us, are morally good, or morally bad. All the liturgical readings today, they focus us on the behavior and gives the basis on which this behavior should be determined is good for us, or morally good, or morally bad, and gives the principle on which we need to determine whether this behavior seems to be ethically uplifting and bring us closer to God. Psychologist Kohlberg, in his theory, gives three phases for the development of morality. The first phase is a pre-conventional phase. The second is a conventional phase. Third is the post-conventional phase. In the pre-conventional phase, Kohlberg speaks of human behavior is done basing on the consequences of the behavior. That could be the reward, this could be a punishment. In the second phase, conventional phase, the behavior is done because to get the approval of the society. The social values have been put front and our own values are confirmed with these social values. The third phase is the post-conventional phase. In this stage, individual goes beyond the perspective of his or own society. The morality designed by the abstract and the principle that applies to every situation in the whole society. Individual tries to think, to apply the reasoning to all types of individuals and the society. Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, no wonder why Moses is telling to his people to be obedient to the laws. And the second point he emphasizes is not to add as abstract to these laws. The first, why he asks them to be obedient to it? As we have seen before, when one starts looking beyond his own environment, behind his own perspectives of laws, one looks at the law as something that aids to realize the human purpose. It helps him to discover the human purpose. That he knows Moses very well. The second point he emphasizes, do not add or subtract to this law. Why did he say this? The second reading, James writes that everything that comes from above is a gift from God. Even the commands of the Lord is consistent in the word of God. It comes from Him. Because in His word we find the God's wisdom. And that wisdom helps us to realize that these laws are not binding us from our actions, but it frees us. It gives the liberating power where we can realize that God's love for us and our love to God. It is not enough that one follows the law and the commandment in behavior. Jesus makes clear in the gospel, the following Jesus, following God, is very much important in our hearts. The intentions of our hearts while performing, being obedient to the matters. So, dear brothers and sisters in Christ, so the intentions and the motivation of loving God, being closer to Him, let us lead our life, perform our everyday activities, our every behaviors concerned. Happy Sunday to all.